Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It is Saturday, which is not usual because I usually do Sundays, but this weekend was really Friday, Saturday today. Tomorrow, take the day off at least from shows, and I'll end up just editing pretty much. Maybe I'll go out and grab a burrito or something. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. It is raining right now. Just got back with my doggy, and if you heard that, that's my dog. But yeah, hey, what's going on, Ronnie? How are you? Hold on, let me get my. Okay, guys. So I am pretty tired. I did a back to back, which isn't as bad usually, except. Hey, what's going on, Dave, Kevin, Alan? Hey, guys, it's so good to see you guys. It's I'm a little bit more tired today, because I did last night. Amazing show. I mean, it was really one of the top shows that I've been anticipating, like when it was first announced. Um, yeah, aside from the Hades One Man, which I was really looking forward to, this was the other show that was just like, oh my God, did somebody really just kill me? Am I dead? And am I in heaven? Great stuff, great stuff. And I'll get into it pretty soon. But then this morning, I ended up going out to Antinok, Shinjuku Antinok, to see, support, take photos, video for Nekomeshi 222, and then for Blacklisted Records' newly signed artist AZNIG. I mentioned them last time. AZNIG, just flip Ginza, which is an area in Tokyo, flip it around, and it's AZNIG. So, hey, what's going on, Chris? I'm sure you kind of wish you were here last night. I think a lot of you. I think if, I think this sometimes. I think if I ever go back to the States, like if that should ever happen, which I doubt it will, at least like long term, would I still be into Japanese music the way that I am here? Like, I don't know how you guys maintain that kind of like, not dependence, obsession. I don't know what you call it. Um, yeah, I don't know. Alan, you just wish you were with Saki, please. Or is it Miley now? I don't know. There's some competition. Okay, guys. So yeah, it was an afternoon show today, so back to back. So I'm pretty tired. And then the week before was, yeah, the week before was, it's funny because last week, both, Saki and Miley, that's S and M. Alan is into S and M. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, it's an awesome place. It's a great place. I was biking yesterday on my way to Cyclone, and I actually saw Sally walking with the bassist of Mellows. Yeah, he's probably the only support bassist that I've seen play. So, yeah, just saw them as I was biking down the street. I was like, "Hey, Sally!" She's like, "Oh, ho, 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 ho. Jitensa? Like bike?" Not like she was mocking me. If I recall, Alan, there's a picture of you with a leash and a collar. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Forget any of that. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Okay, so last weekend was busy because Saturday I saw Dim Rays. No, sorry, I didn't see Dim Rays. It would have been 4 shows. I got 3 shows last week because it was Gungire at Antinok at night. Saturday, Cyclone. No. In the morning, it was The Frail at Mosaic. And then at night, it was Twilight, Dim Rays, Lumerize, which was itself a fantastic show. This weekend, yesterday, today, it was flipped around. So I went to Cyclone first. And Cyclone yesterday, yeah, let's get into it. I mean, my God, what a show. So I had been raving about it, like, again, ever since it had been announced. I mean, these are legit, like, these bands are like in my top. So I mentioned before, you know, sometimes it feels like your top 10 has like 20 bands in it. These bands are definitely in my favorites, especially this year. Last year too. But Bridear has definitely risen up just more and more in the ranks ever since they released Born Again, going to more of their live shows. And even though unfortunately they weren't able to perform at the States, and they probably wanted to do more, I believe. But they're doing a lot of shows here in Japan. But Bridear just, so good. It's tough. It's really tough to maintain like the amount of bands that you want. Like, you know, your hand is only so big. Your brain and your heart is only so big. So, oh, I mean, come on now. Like Mellows, I loved them since the first time that I saw them. Like I completely lost it, you know, when I first saw Sally play. Thankfully, I've gotten closer to her. Finally, after 9 months of knowing each other, she finally followed me on X. So it took a while. So I'm glad she did that. But if you guys saw my interview or my interpreting my interpreting for Ryan's interview with Sally. Yeah. So I think she was happy about that. So was her manager. I saw her manager yesterday. We chatted. Yeah, it was good. And then Gungire, whom I have loved ever since I heard their EPs. When I saw them, just, I mean, amazing, right? And then Undying Words. I was so happy. I thought it was so cool because I had known Aya, and then having formed this band, and then having sort of the in with this band, just because I had taken photos for Aya before. So again, like I said, I've mentioned this, it really pays to not ever assume that somebody won't be worthwhile. And I think generally in life, you know, you try to be nice to everybody. But it's with so many bands, it is easy to sort of dismiss people and bands or whoever. But everything is so interlocked and interconnected. You gotta be careful, be wise, you know? So yeah. But there's another interesting story to that too. Okay, so these were the four bands. Gungire opened, Mellows was next, Bridear, and then it was Undying Words. And again, it's really weird for me, even though the first time I saw Bridear was in, you know, a small little venue called the Cat's Hole, with only like 30, 35 people. Something about seeing them perform at smaller venues. I mean, I did see them perform at Lifehouse Crescendo a couple months ago, but Shibuya Cycle, I don't know, it's just really cool. And they had new outfits, and the new outfits kind of fit more of the Lifehouse vibe. And it's almost like, the only way that I can describe it is like street level Marvel. You know how like Netflix had like the Defenders with like, if you're into comics, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, not so good Iron Fist. That, when I saw them perform in those outfits, I was like, oh my god, it just felt more raw and gritty and like hot. I don't want to say like sexy. Like I don't, even though I'm attracted to some of the performers, I'm not like into that. I don't like lust after them. Strangely, I hope I'm okay. But yeah, like they're hot. So anyway, let's get into the show. Oh, and I did get this from Gangi, their set list last night. I was taking photos, and so I was kind of like in front of that screen that comes down when they're switching bands. And then Nana came out. She was like, oh, I was like, ah, Nana, otsukaresama desu. Like, good job. I was like, can I have this? Because it was taped to the monitor. She's like, yeah, of course. And then afterwards, I got it signed by them, so it was really nice. Okay. Yesterday, it was such, man, it's hard to explain. There are certain shows I get sort of almost nervous about. I guess more so because I'm taking photos for them. I feel that way. I felt that way more this year because more has been asked of me from people. And as much as I love it, and I do realize my photos don't turn out bad, but I'm still not that good, to be honest. And it always feels like a crapshoot. And so knowing that I was doing photos for Undying Words, hey Jeff, what's going on? For Undying Words, and then also for Gungire, because I spoke to Matsu last week about it. I just get nervous, and I'm like, is this the time where I really screw things up? And I have like I've only like turned in like only a handful of photos sometimes because like I screwed up something, the setting was off or something was happening. So, but I was really excited about the show. It was like a date. It's like being in junior high and like going on a date for the first time, or going to the prom in high school or something. I don't know how to explain it. I was really excited. It was like my favorites, you know? And then Ayumi was there, who is like, she's not the love of my life. I'm not gonna say that. But man, I'm just so impressed by her. Like, I'm just so impressed by her. So I head over. I do see Sally and the bassist from Mellows on the way. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I get to the venue a little bit early, and then this is where it gets a little bit interesting, and this is where I get a little bit awkward. I knew that I would see Bridear in there before the show, and then they would go, "Oh, I think I know you," and I wasn't sure how they would respond. So this is how it went down. I go in. The front desk was saying, "Oh, you can't get in before 6 o'clock." I was like, "Oh, but I'm doing photos for Aya for Undying Words." So after a little back and forth, I do get in a little bit early. And then, who's there? Are they all there? A lot of them are there, not all of them, but Bridear is there. And then it's like, oh, I was like, "Oh, hi, hi." And they're like, hi, because you know they've never seen me like in an official working setting. It's always just me being a fan and like, "Hey, let's make muscle photos." So I go in, and then Natsumi, out of all of them, Natsumi, the drummer, was looking at me the most, glancing at me. She was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, I'm here to take photos." She's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And especially with Ayumi, I wasn't sure how to talk to her. Again, it sounds silly, and it's not like I'm just not quite sure what I should say without making it seem like I'm trying to be friendly, even though I am. So with other bands, other people, there's zero issue. Like, there's no thought. Just like, "Hey, how are you?" I generally have the ability to just go up to people and talk to them and say, "Hi, my name is Peter. May I take photos?" Or, "I loved your show," or this, or that. With Ayumi and with Bridear as a whole, because we kind of know each other, and it's not in like a Lifehouse setting. You know, Bridear is one of those bands who's, I would still say, above a band like maybe Little Lilith, because they have done more overseas shows. They were sort of getting bigger. I think they have more views, more videos, more songs, more longevity so far. So for them to be playing, hey, what's going on, Banana? So for them to be playing at a live house like this, how do I say this? They were getting bigger, and then they sort of came back down a little bit, you know? And so there's still even that slight awkwardness, is that the word? Where they're back to where not where they started, but not quite where they want to be, if that makes sense. There's a bit of a limbo-ness about Bridear. And even with Little Lilith, who had been playing overseas before, and then like, it's this weird thing. So anyhow, talked to them just a little bit. It was like, hey. I didn't talk to Kimmy because I had talked to her when I ran her into her on the street, and that conversation was awkward. So then it's just some weird thing. So I just thought it was better to be safe than sorry. So anyway, saw them, said hi, Good to see you. Um, Gungiri was great. Nana was great. Like as you guys say, and if you guys have met Nana, she is amazing. She's so warm and happy and sweet. Um, got set up. Turned out I found out that there was another photographer, an official photographer, who was also at Antinoch last week at Gungiri's show for some of the bands. And that was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize there was another photographer, so that made it kind of awkward. But I brought like steps to step on to take photos. So I was like, oh, here, you can use my step. And he's like, oh, you can use my step, trying to be friendly. And then it gets a little bit awkward at the end. But let's get to the show. People start coming in, getting ready. Gangire comes out. And, after the show, Matsu was saying that, oh, it's been a while since we've played at Cyclone. So I wasn't used to the sound, so I made some mistakes. I was like, really? Like, it was amazing. And I mean, to be honest, even if there are mistakes, I think for bands, it's that moment you create. It's the experience that you're giving to these people. And I think it was an amazing experience, an amazing time for these people. So, don't even worry about it. It was fantastic. Like, I was moved. And I will say, like, the energy and the excitement that Gangire brought at the very beginning, um, I don't know. I think just because there were a lot of fans of Gangire, Dimre's, that metalcore group, they're just like they're in their zone when a band like Gangire comes out, and so it was just like so much fun. People were just having a blast. Music is just going off. Nana's just like singing her heart out. It's just so moving. It's so powerful. Love it, love it, love it. Um, and goodness gracious, like all of these songs are just fantastic. Till the Grave, Trigger is like my favorite. Maybe While I'm Alive Now, but Trigger was one of my early favorites. Go Away is fantastic. Hearing all these songs and Nana sing them, I will say that there is no other singer that night that moved me as much as Nana did. And that's the thing that I realized about Gangire as a band is that they move me so much. Partially because the lyrics are in English and I understand like most of it. Sometimes there's a little bit Japanese thrown in. But the way that Nana sings it, her delivery, it's so powerful and emotional and feels so vulnerable too. Like it's like a cry and it touches my soul so much. Um, and I do have to say, like, I love music and like music moves you in different ways. Different bands move you and excite you and touch you different ways. But Gangire's music, I mean, yeah, they've got something that really gets to me. There's almost like almost a spirituality about it. Like there's this very personal quality about their lyrics and their music and their melodies. And so when I see Matsu, I always tell him like your songs are just fantastic. Like you are such an incredible composer. Um, and when I was doing music, like that's what I had wanted to do. I always wanted to touch people, you know. Not in that way. Sometimes in that way, but I didn't. I'm not that kind of guy. But just really connect with people, and I think that's what Gangi's music does. So it's fantastic. I mean, beginning to end, like absolutely love Gangi's set. Um, I'll show you just a few photos that I did for them, and yeah, I mean, gosh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So I don't know if any of you guys listen to Gungire, and I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's always sort of your mileage may vary. Sometimes you love every band that your friend does, but then there's one that just somehow, for some reason, it doesn't. So, yeah. So if you actually look at Nana's left elbow, she's got this pretty big scab. Yeah, that's an interesting thing I was thinking about is that Psyche next to my mom is probably the single next female voice I have listened to in my life the most. Like within a 5-year span, the amount of times, the amount of hours I listened to Bandmade. People are always doing that year end, like 1% on Spotify or whatever, or 0.5% or like whatever it is. Point 9 9. I don't know how that works. um, I would have been like, I don't know. It may be. I mean, you'd have to actually test it. But in that amount of years, I don't know if anybody could have touched me with Bandmade. Like it was pretty bad. Um, so much. But I will say that I am more moved by Nana's vocals and by the melodies that Gangire creates. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Psyche's amazing, and again, like I've listened to her more than anybody else, like in Japan, in in the world, in the world. Yeah. So anyhow, so Nana, Matsu, really really cool guy, really sweet, very humble. Tai Chi, and here's a cool shot of Nana and Tai Chi. So yeah, if you do have used Twitter X, you can see the photos. Um, this one I really liked. It's always nice when you find like a gem you didn't realize. So I really like this photo with Nana. And then, yeah. So, yeah. Anyhow. Let's see. I'm sure I missed something. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. Thanks, guys, for your encouragement. Next was Mellows. And this was the interesting thing that I didn't expect. Because Gungire is such a powerful and emotional band to me, they kind of grab me at the core. Mellows is more just a very fun band. Like they're very fun, and like the highlight of that band for me is definitely Sally, especially the way she plays, her performance, that sound, like that just crunchy, crispy, like gritty, gravelly, just electric, just distortion that she has, and just those fingertips. It's so good. Um, but the contrast was there. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not as moved as I was with Gungire, but I shouldn't be because it's Mellows. Their songs are like light and bright, and even when it's heavy, but it was just like, oh, okay. So I realized there is a difference. I connect with Gangi's music more personally, like as a person and what I'm feeling. And then with Mellows, like I love their music and I think it's great, but it's not in the same way. It was just like a realization while I was there and I was just standing there. Because I did photos for Gungire, but I was just sort of standing there with Mellows. Still a great time, still fantastic. I mean, the musicians are just incredible. And it was really good. They did sing some new songs that I either heard only once before or had never heard, which is great because that means that, there's more to come. But then it wasn't like until they played Beat Beast and then Jumping, Pretty Guardian, Himitsu Closet. And I was like, oh, this is my groove, like the songs from Alloy. So yeah, they were great. It was fantastic. And once like I was like, okay, now I'm familiar with these songs. Like I was having a really, really good time. But again, that contrast like kind of stayed with me. So that was Mellows. I'm always happy to see them, and that's a really cool thing too, because I've been to so many shows now and I've met so many people. Like I know Gangire, I know Mellows, like and their management. And then next was Bridear, and I tried to get up as close as I could, and naturally I went towards the right where Ayumi is on stage, which is on her left. And they come out, and I mean I saw their new outfits before the show, so I wasn't surprised by that. But seeing them on stage performing with it, I was like, oh yeah. And then they mentioned it. I thought it was just like I thought it was just one of those like, oh, now that we're sort of here at a live house, where this is like our live house outfit, And it was, but I think they may continue to wear it. I'm not exactly sure, but I think so. So I was like, oh, cool. And then like I could see like they're wearing like midriff shirts, and like Kimmy was wearing like a skirt. I mean, she was wearing like those black, like, what do you call them? Spanx? Spandex short type of things, biker shorts type of things, which is, you know, what all the girl performers wear if they're wearing skirts, because guys are guys. Um, but yeah, everyone looked really cool. They looked different, and the vibe, I don't know. And Kimmy too had like she was wearing a collar. I think it was a spiked collar, and then she also had her hair kind of curled. Somebody mentioned that. Um, but it was a different vibe. And it was exciting. It felt new. It felt fresh. It felt, again, like very more raw and wild. Um, and it was, yeah, it was good, man. What can I say? Like, I love seeing Bridear perform. Um, I do wish they had performed more. Oh, are they safety pants? Yeah. Oh, where's my drink? Safety first. Safety first. Um, I do wish they had played more songs off of Born Again, but they did end up playing more towards. They did Still Burning. They opened with it. And then they did more songs off of the Reborn. So the re-recorded. It wasn't just remastered. It was re-recorded versions of the songs. So, but still great. Still fantastic. Still Bridear. Seeing them play. I don't know. They're just one of those bands you just really enjoy. Um, they are incredibly talented. So good at what they do. Pants are underwear. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Not that I ever thought about that or knew that. Thanks. So if I ask for pants, they're gonna take me to a place where there's still boxers. Got it. And there's one song called Scream, which is uploaded onto our website, onto our YouTube channel. I'll play a little bit. So, I'm a short guy. I'm like only, I'm a bit shy of 5'7", like 169 centimeters. There's a guy named John Holdsworth. I believe he's a Brit from UK. He's like 6'4", it seems, maybe. And so this other big fan of Bridear and Dim Rays, Jang, who like records a lot of videos, that's him right there. That camera right there, that's him. So I was basically recording other people's phones. That's what I was doing. I was like recording what they were recording on their phones, because that's all I could see most of the time. And I was just like moving around. Where can I find people? Where can I see faces? Where can I see faces? See? So it was tough. It was a battle. But when I heard that I could record, I was really happy about that. But yeah, they're just super cool. From the very start, I said they're like the coolest girls on campus. Like, that's how we always saw them. Oh, really? Okay. When you're only 5'7", it's hard to tell how tall people are. They're all taller. And I will say, for those who have experienced Bridear live, they're just so much heavier. They're just so much heavier live than on recording, and you can hear it. It's so much more fat and thick, and just like, goodness, it's amazing. So yeah. But I was really happy to get, video of them, happy to get photos. Just one song. They allowed it for just the one song. And then once the song was done, Kimi was like, all right, guys. If we want to go on, you gotta turn it off, guys. Turn it off. Yeah. So that's how it went down. Great to see them. And for me, it was... Part of the excitement of this show was, I've mentioned last time, was not just me seeing them again, but them seeing me in a different capacity, more official, more work wise, and that kind of hopefully may lead to other things. So we'll see. Um, Knowing that I know these other bands it may not. I mean, who knows? But there's a chance it may help. So yeah, Bridear was great. Bridear. And then Undying Words, like their EP is legit one of my favorite things that's come out the past few months. Um, yeah, Kasumi is fantastic. Right. I remember that. Because that was a they were recording that show. That's why I remember. But yeah, I think Kasumi is such. Hey Eric, so what's going on? Good to see you. But Kasumi is such a fantastic singer. And then what I really like about Aya's bass playing is that it's distinct and you can hear it and it does stand out, but it doesn't overpower anything. Like one of the great things I think about Aya is that she's also a songwriter and a composer, so she'll produce and arrange. And I think when you have that sort of mindset, you're more careful about where you place things and how much you put into a song. And one of my favorite things about that EP, Raven in the Abyss, is that it is so well produced. It's not overproduced, it's not overly arranged, it's not complicated. And I'm a fan of that. I prefer that because I like for the song to really be the song. So, um, I don't even remember taking photos. That's the thing. Like, I'll take in the experience, but as I'm taking photos, like, my brain can't switch. So I was like, oh, I know this song, but I won't like acknowledge. So yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't remember it. But I'm sure I'll see them again soon somewhere. Um, yeah, and then Eita is also, I think she's a fantastic guitarist because like I really love the stuff she does. Like it's just enough and it's really fits in so well with the song, which I love about that. As somebody who really developed, I think, my real sense of musicality and songwriting from the Beatles, I'm very particular about production and arrangement. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, fantastic. And then Kano is Kano. I mean, she's just incredible. Like, she's just so fun to watch, and just the way she plays. Um, like I have some photos. I don't know if do you guys want to see some photos of them? I'll just show some photos of Kano. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see here. No. Darn it, where'd you go? So here's one of her. She's got really big eyes, so it kind of stands out. She gets really excited. Here, where's my favorite? Oh, here's a cool shot I'll show of Kasumi. Thank you so much. I just had Panda Express today, so it'll cover for that, and maybe another time too. So this is a cool shot I took of Kasumi, very moody. Um, yeah, I think I like this one. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but yeah, they're just certain shots, yeah. Okay, cool. Something better than Panda Express. What's the opposite of Express? Oh, uh, Panda Express is actually a spin-off fast food franchise of a place that originated called Panda Inn. Did you know that? I found that on Instagram. So the couple started a place called Panda Inn, and then some guy eventually, after a few years, went there, ate the food, said, "This is so good. Like, can you make like a fast food version of this?" And that's how Panda Express happened. And they became like millionaires or billionaires, I think millionaires. And they have like, places all over the world. That's so cool. I'm in SoCal too. Well, not now, but I didn't know that. It's so cool though. Yeah. Oh no, what happened? Oh, here we go. Here's a cool one I like. Yeah. It's just, I think people, not people, I think maybe people do realize, but musicians need to realize that performers, you're a performer, you're performing on stage. So you really have to show that and express that. I think some bands don't quite get that yet, or they're not quite there, but that's an important component of a live show. And you have to be able to like attract, really express yourself. I'm a firm believer of that. I think especially in Japan, you have to really try to make yourself stand out in some way because there's just so many bands. So yeah, fantastic show. It was just I was busy working and I really tried to get like the best photos I could, and that's the thing, I guess I was really like super focused during the shows, like with Gungire and then with Undying Words. But you know, I think with Gangi, because their songs resonate with me so much, like it just kind of caught my attention more. But I mean, good God, like these are all bands that I would, you know, have seen like one time at one show, and then another band at another show, and then another band at another show, and then another band at another show. But then you have them all put together, like it's insane. Like it's insane. Um, so yeah, I mean, it was, at least to me, it was very much a dream lineup. Like that's, I mean, if you threw in Hades in there, you know, but again, there's so many bands, right? But yeah, it was good stuff. And I'm sure with Eric Saisega, if you threw in Saisega in there, but Saisega played for them last time. Hey, what's going on, Rich? Happy you could join us. So yeah, that was the show, and then at the end, because I had asked Aya, is it okay if I? Oh no no, I asked her, do you want me to take the last photo of like the group? Hey, what's going on, Peter? Yeah, dim rays, yeah, the last photo of the group. She's like, oh, that'd be great if you could. And then as I was going on stage, I was like, oh, Aya, do you want me to go up there? But then the other photographer, who was the official one and actually had the staff sticker, the pass, he was there. And I was like, oh, so wait, what's going on here? And then so it was really awkward. It's like, you know, when you're wearing the same shirt as somebody else, which happened to me in college one time. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? This is embarrassing. It's not just girls. I was wearing the same plaid shirt that, you know, people wore back then, like in the late 90s. I think it was it was either Gap or Banana Republic. It was really embarrassing. But it was just like, oh, wait, oh, okay. So then it was really awkward because he's there behind the drums, and then I'm like sort of a little bit on the side. And there are a few photos we took. I know on mine, there were a few eyes looking at me. So I know that on his camera, there are a few photos that are not looking at him. I was like, oh shit, I hope he has at least one photo where everyone's looking at him. So then it was like, okay, well, he'll go first. He took the photos, and then I went next, and I took my photos. Yeah, that was super awkward. I'm not sure why she said I could take a photo when she wasn't getting an official photo. I'm not quite sure about that. I hope that doesn't happen again. I don't want to step on like another person's boundaries, on their toes, like what they're doing. And that does happen. You know, there are a handful of photographers that I see fairly frequently, you know, like they're around. I don't know if it's in any official capacity. So then there's like a little friendly competition, like, oh, I need my photos to be better than his. I hope my photos are better than his. My photos better be better than his, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, and then it comes down to preference. Like, there are different types of photos, different filters, different ways to, like, you know, do things and edit. So yeah, but I did finally get a photo of Bridear. This is going back to Bridear. They did see me, take the photo, and they're like, "Oh, okay." So that was really nice. And then I think I said this one time before when I did that kind of shot, but I was like, "Oh, you all look beautiful." So I took the photo. I'll show you my photo. But I will say that I did take the photo, but I did screw up, and I'll explain why, which is really sad and embarrassing. So I'm gonna move my phone up a little bit closer so you can see it a little bit closer. Okay. So if you look, you've got Mellows here, Undying Words, you've got Nana, and then you've got the Bridear girls, Mo's right there. You've got Tai Chi, you got a little bit of the hair of Matsu, and then Suchik, the drummer, is not there, but he's there. So, so if you look at the way that it's shot, right? Like it's all the way out here, and I guess I didn't catch that when I was doing photos. When I had been angled the other way, everyone was inside, but I didn't readjust my lens. So, yeah, I don't know. If I was the official photographer and I had missed that, not good, not good at all. So, yeah. I know, right? So I do have photos of them where they're in there, but that's with me on the other, like on the side, and it's not an official shot. But they already got one, and I was like, okay, then it doesn't matter if mine is screwed up because they got one. So that's the one that really matters, the one that goes out. Only look. What are you talking about? They're only looking at me. Yeah. So I could talk about photography stuff and like why these kind of shots are a little bit tough, but yeah. So anyway, really happy I got this shot. Really happy that I was in this capacity. And I took another shot, which I did post on Twitter as well. But I really like this photo because I've never seen a photo like this. So this is a photo without the bands and only the fans. Because as like the band walked off stage and I was just standing there, I was like, hey, let's take a photo together. Like, just the fans. So I took a photo of just the fans, which I've never seen. So that's kind of cool, right? And I feel like the bands would like that, seeing the faces of their bands. Yeah, that was really nice. So I was kind of happy I took the shot. One thing I did do was I kind of fist bumped the Bridear. I forgot when it was. I guess when they were walking off stage, and I was right there. So I did fist bump the Bridear girls as they were walking off stage. So I was like, good job, good job, good job, good job. Yeah. All right. So that was that. And it was a very exciting show. You guys totally missed out. There will never be another show like it. And I'm very sorry to say that you will have to live the rest of your lives knowing that you were unable to experience one of the greatest experiences that could have been in your life, but you didn't. So you will die with some regret, and I apologize that I was the only one who could do that. No, I mean, it was a great show, but I don't know. I mean, yeah. What can I say? It was fantastic. It was awesome, just to be in there. Club Sita. I think that's how you pronounce it, Sita. I do actually have. Guess we could talk a little bit about those shows. Here's a cool one I like of Nana that I took. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's kind of a cool shot. See, I don't like Nemophila enough to care, to be honest. But if you do love Nemophila and you missed that show, then yeah. But I will actually, because I like to challenge myself like natto, you know. I challenged myself to learn to like natto. And so I'm not saying like natto is like nemophila, like not nattophila, but um, it's a two-man show with Nemophila and Trident, both very popular girl bands that I don't listen to. They're not in my rotation at all. But I thought, oh, you know, I should still try. Like, I think my wheelhouse is in smaller Lifehouse bands. So I'm trying. Oh, hello, Native D. I don't know you, but welcome. Um, yeah, I do love Natsu. So yeah, I will go to the show, and you know, I do want to experience them more, and you know, we'll see. I don't think I'll ever be a huge Nemophila Fila band. Fila band. I won't be a Nemophila band, guys. I'm just sorry. I just that'll never happen. Um, they're just their sound isn't quite for me. Um, yeah, like Mayu's vocals aren't quite for me. So, and they never will be, because I know. So, but yeah, that's fine. It's not a problem at all. I like what I like. You like what you like. That's all that really matters. Hazuki is cool. But I will say, out of the band, the one that impressed me the most, I mentioned when I saw them at Club Cheetah, was um, Tamu. Like, that girl's fire. Okay. Let's see here. There are shows coming up. So now that this show is sort of like it's over the hump, I definitely feel a bit more relaxed. Um, the next two weekends, the next two weekends are conflicting shows, and with the conflicting shows, this is a little bit tough. Um, so next week, there is a show with Surge K, which some of you guys did see at Lifehouse Crescendo last time. But Mayo had asked me like a while ago about that show, if I could come out. But next week, as some of you know, there is, where is that? 21st. What am I looking at? Zero Fest. Yeah, Zero Fest, exactly. And Zero Fest is like, I mean, everyone is there, right? So, I mean, if I'm honest, like, I would love to see all those bands, and some bands that I've, you know, heard about but I haven't seen yet. But then I think I mentioned before, if you guys remember this as well, is that part of being in Japan is having a sense of loyalty to the relationships that you've built with people. And I don't want to say it's dangerous, that's not the word, but it's respect, you know, it's consideration. So, Zero Fest, Gungire Market Shop Store, which isn't my thing. Manatee, I've never seen. Can't read that. Silhouette from the Skylit, don't know. Don't know. Dim Rays, I continue. Kilt Meltland, number 0. For me, it would be Gangire. Haven't seen Manatee yet, that'd be cool. Dim Rays. Kilt Meltland, I haven't seen yet either, to be honest. And then at Udagawa Garrett, there's My Little Devil. Doll Parts. Einsel, they're pretty good. Another Story is not bad. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great bands, like a lot of fantastic bands that I've been following. Like Gangire, like Dim Rays, like Doll Parts, and I do really enjoy My Little Devil. Their live performance is pretty astounding if you've ever seen them, or if you haven't had a chance to, like, you'll be impressed. Guaranteed, you'll be impressed with their energy. So yeah, that's a show that's next week. So I am conflicted, even though I'm saying conflicted, like I will be going to Surge K. Yeah, because I've seen Surge K a few times already. But again, like, somebody asks you and you say, okay. So And then the following week, the following week is the 29th. So the 29th is the second one man for Mellows, Cute Metal Rebellion. So Yui, yeah, Yui, my little devil. She's insane. Later, Rich. Thanks for coming by, man. See you soon somewhere. So this is in a couple of weeks, and I actually bought 2 tickets early. 2 tickets just in case. I thought I would try out, see how that feels to buy tickets for people, because you guys are so good at that. But yeah, so there's that. But then later on, what was announced later was Hades performing at Nishikawa-guchi Hearts, along with Paradox. It's actually Paradox's tour for their new album, and then a band called Be Red. They're not bad. They actually have like an old school feel, sort of rock. I think it's called Be Red, Be Red. Raspberry Red, the kind you find at a secondhand store. So yeah, this is in a couple weeks as well on the same day. Mellows I just saw yesterday. Hades, it's hard to see them these days because they don't perform as much this year. So yeah. And then Paradox, I was introduced to their manager by Yushi-san from Blacklisted, and it'd be cool to take photos for Paradox. I'm sure if I asked, I could. So yeah, that I'm a little conflicted because I didn't make any promises, but I do have tickets. And I'm sure I could give it away, but I don't know. Hades, like, you know, I can't say Hades like they're my baby. Like, that's not quite the right term, but yeah, I just haven't seen them too much this year. Whereas last year I saw them like almost every weekend, just about, for a while. So yeah, that is that. There are other shows. I'll go through them very, very, very quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So in a couple weeks, yeah, the Saturday, those shows are on Sunday. The Saturday before, Moth and Lilac is performing again at a venue that's about half an hour away by bike from me. You know, like if you're from LA, you're like, oh, it's like 10 minutes away, and like, you know, driving naturally. For me, it's like, yeah, it's about 30 minutes bike. So yeah, Moth and Lilac, but I will contact Lisa and I will do photos for them as long as my foot allows. We'll see. But yeah, that's definitely a show that I do plan to go to. I plan to. Other really great shows lined up. Mixed Hell. So you have Dim Rays, Mazari, who is that? I don't know. Nani no Shigoto. Prompts, Imperial Circus, Dead Decadence, VMO, Boris, and then Crystal Lake. My foot was getting better, and then it got worse. Like, there was a flare-up this past week. So I wasn't even sure if I could go to the show yesterday, which really scared me. And I was supposed to meet my sister and my brother-in-law, but I couldn't really, you know, move around too much. So yeah, yesterday I took 2 instead of 1 painkiller. I'm not supposed to, but you kind of just say, screw it, I gotta do this. But my foot's okay right now. It feels okay right now. So yeah, Dim Rays will be the opener. They will be the opening act for Mixed Hell 2025. I know that Launcher number 8 was last year. They performed there for the first time. But it's really cool. You know, I mentioned, I think last week, that Naho was really nervous about performing. And I was like, oh my God, why? Not why, I get it. It's a bigger stage, there's more people, but, you know, I was like, you'll be fine. You guys are amazing. Every time you perform, you're amazing. Just do what you do, and, you know, you will naturally become bigger in your performance. Like that's how it was with Hades and other bands too. Like that's just kind of how you do it. So yeah, that's gonna be also next week, the Sunday. So that is what, 6:22. This is all again bearing in mind that my foot is okay. Um, uh, yeah, it sucks with my foot, but uh, totally like off topic a bit, but I saw a video of Jeremy Renner, the guy who plays Hawkeye. For those, later, man. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'll definitely be careful. Thanks, Dave. But Jeremy Renner was talking about how like the issues he has, even though he's in rehabilitation, he can walk again, he can do a lot of things, but there's all these different issues he's dealing with. Um, and he said, but you know what? I can wake up. I've got my family. Like it's great. I can do these things. Like it's great. Like who am I to complain? You know, like it's great. And I was kind of challenged by that and encouraged by that. Um, I can't be as free and as strong as I want to. Oh, did I? Okay, cool. But, you know, just, yeah. But I'm still doing something like I truly love and believe in, and I'm happy to do. So, you know, sometimes people have a thorn in their side. And sometimes I get a little bit down, but I'll get over it. I'll get over it. Yes, and Jim Rays will be releasing. I did also put that in a new song, actually in about 30 minutes, called Anxiety. So if you have a VPN, you can go ahead and check it out on YouTube Music. Yeah, I mean, for me in Japan, I mean, I'm appreciating like all the time, all the time. And you know, I actually spoke to like a dear friend I've known from college. Um, and I told him, we talked for about an hour, and I was like, you know, I don't talk like this with anybody ever in Japan. I have my coworkers, but I don't really talk to them outside of work. I have the bands and the fans, but we're always just talking like in the venues and that's it. And always kind of busy. But I'm okay. I'm okay. So, yeah. So maybe I should? I don't know. I feel okay. And I'm not pretending. I'm not lying to myself. And, you know, I talk to you guys every... maybe that's what it is. You guys are my therapy. I should be paying you guys. But yeah, Anxiety in about half an hour, 12 a.m., June 15th in Japan. It is a process, getting older and having your body broken into pieces bit by bit. So yeah, Anxiety, we'll see what kind of music it is. Did I hear it last time? Did I hear it last week? Is it really heavy? Because I did hear something I wasn't familiar with. Maybe that was it. And then a really cool show. This is for Natsuo's birthday. Natsuo is the bassist for Venus as well as The Frail. And yeah, it's right now The Frail and Gungire. I'm not sure if there's going to be anybody else. But if it's just a two-man with like long sets, that's pretty cool. I'll be happy with that. These two bands are great. You know, it's really funny. So Natsuo, she was at Gangi's show last week, and the girl was just spinning her head like crazy, like up at the rail. And the following day, well, that night I was like, "Are you gonna be okay tomorrow? Like you're playing?" She's like, "Oh, we'll see." And the following day, I was like, "How's your neck?" She was like, "Itai, itai, it hurts, it hurts." But she's such a great performer to see on stage. Like she's got this like badass like stink face. It's really fun. And then this is another fantastic show. This is June 12th. Sorry, July 12th. Aisaga Eyeshadow, Akara Undying Words, Emanon, Forgot Her Name, Number Zero, Disconnect Sandrillion, My Little Devil, Mellows, Lumerize, Roman Squall. I don't even know who they are at all. But it's at Shimokitaza Mosaic. It's nearby. I'm sure I can ask Aya, and then I'll be able to see them again. So that'll be great. And one more really cool show, which actually two. Let's do this one first. Bridear has a fan meeting. They have an afternoon session and then an evening session. The afternoon session will be acoustic set and talk, and the acoustic will be acoustic, and in the evening it'll be just sort of these rare songs that you can, what's the word? Not recommend, request. You can request like these songs that like they never really play. So I'll be there for both of those. So that'll be fun. And then there is Club Sita, and that is the following week. But yeah, Palaneo, Kill Meltland, Numerize, Dizzy Metal, Dim Rays, Ice Hagosa Eyeshadow, Undying Words, My Little Devil, Kakue Meroic, The Frail, and then who is this? I'm sure I know them. Sugoi Bando na ni shitakata. No, I don't know them. Never heard of them. But I know like everyone else. So, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy show. Not to the extent, yeah, not to the extent as yesterday, but yeah, Frail is good. The Frail is good. I think they're a really great band. Like Ray, the singer, she's so cool. Like her movements, like her posing is like unbeatable. Like it's unmatched. The way she's got these angles. It's really cool. And great songs. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. But is there a conflict with that day? No, there's not. Oh, maybe there is. Kichijoji. I don't know why I wrote down Kichijoji, but I wrote down Kichijoji, so I'm not sure what that is. Dang it. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Sorry. I forgot you guys were there. So, yeah, those are a lot of things that are coming up. I don't know when you guys will actually be in town, but yeah, those are some of the shows that I plan on attending, and then we'll see what else kind of comes up. I did also want to mention that I did end up going to see Nekomeshi 222, and then I also saw AZNIG this afternoon. So here's a few. They're really cool guys. They're just really chill, like just like people you just grew up with. Yeah, and they put a new song too, which is really cool. And then Yushi-san. So yeah, it was good, man. Yes, there is a show coming up. We'll get to that at some point, definitely for sure. Yeah, Sylvie was there. Petako was there at the merch, and then who was it? Who's the really tall guy? Is he the bassist or the guitarist? I forget. He was there too. So I said hi, and then Petako gave me her personal little card, like for her own music. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, Koji. Okay. I do wish more people. Yeah. No, I can't say that. I wish. It kind of just is what it is when it comes to music and bands. But yeah, Nekomeshi has some good stuff. Like I definitely just love like their riffs. Raizo's like her like harsh vocals just it I don't know how to explain it. It's like your ears being cleaned out. That's what it feels like. Just like but in a good way, Really love seeing them live. And then AZNIG was cool. I jotted some stuff down about them. Their music is like alt, moody, ambient, some electronic elements, urban metalcore. Um, and they do have an album coming out soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but I definitely think that for those of you, this is what I think for me though, because I think I mentioned this last time too, is that where I'm at now musically, I'm not like emo or dark or emotional or distressed or depressed and like want to be like in a mood. Like I want to be excited. I want to be thrilled. I want to like I don't know what this is. There's actually a baby picture of me doing that. Okay, anyway. Um moving on. So yeah. But with AZNIG, their music like it's really cool. It's got a really cool vibe and does get pretty heavy. Um, but it kind of for me it felt a little bit weighed down. I was like, oh okay, and that happened to me with another band too. Forgot who it was, but yeah, good stuff. But it's not something that I can listen to personally too much. But if you guys enjoy like being in that like mood, like that or sort of a darker place, I think like they've got good music for that. I think I would have been more into them like when I was living in Korea, where I was like in like moods like that. So yeah, yeah. It's just like people go through these phases and like it's fine. Like I even today, just like I went on this like YouTube spiral into some like old school music. I ended up coming across who was it? Who was that? The Return to Innocence, Enigma, and then I forgot where it was playing, and then it made me want to look up like new wave stuff. So I was into like Psychedelic Furs, and then listen to like Berlin, and then like Pat Benatar, Scandal, and then I was just like moving around. And I had those phases, so it's just like, and you still love that music, even though you don't listen to it as much, and it's not like part of your like main rotation. But yeah, it's interesting. So I'm curious, like, if that'll change with me. I'm pretty curious. Oh, you are gonna see Scandal. That's really cool. Oh, wait. I'm talking about like the old school Scandal. Shooting at the hands of heartache, bang bang. I am the warrior. Not Shoujo S Scandal. Yeah, Psychedelic Furs, they got some great songs. Love his vocals. Love his vocals. Yeah. And then who was it? Camouflage, The Great Commandment. That was another good song. They were a good band. So yeah. Yeah. The 80s, the 90s. Now we're in the 2020s. It's pretty crazy, guys. We age so fast. Life just moves and moves. So yeah, definitely check out more of Nekomeshi 222 if you haven't. Yes, Echo and the Bunnyman was awesome. Yeah, they had some good stuff. The Cure was really amazing for me too. Depeche Mode. I do think, oh my gosh, what's the name of the song? I want somebody to share the rest of my life. And, I can't, my brain isn't putting the words together. And in return, she'll give my support. She will listen to me when I want to speak about the world we live in and life in general. Though my views may be wrong, they may even be perverted. What song am I thinking of? Why can't I remember the name of the song? But yeah, I love Depeche Mode, The Cure, Echo and the Bunnymen was great, Psychedelic Furs, OMD. I mean, there's so many, right? Does this make you older guys want to go back and listen to that stuff right now? That's very cool. Wow, back in '83. You've got more age on you than I do. I've known that though, but you've lived a full life, I'm sure. That's all that matters. Um, yeah, some good stuff, right? Uh, let's see. Was there anything else that I wanted to say? Um, flyers. I'm always receiving flyers. I'm trying to see if I got all them down. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. No, I can't. Oh, hold on. Wait. Give me just a second, guys. I think I have some flyers here. Oh. That's right. This one. Oh, what's going on, man? What's going on, Brian? Oh, did you guys end up watch? Oh, this is only for people who are on X. Did you see the video of a band I posted called "In for the Kill"? Like, dude, they go hard and like old school, like good thrasher, like metal riffage. So good. Yeah, she was great. Let's see. So here's a flyer from Lumerize. Mentioned talking to Kotomi last time. Such a cool chick. Oh, Stray Cats are amazing. This is a show that I would love to go to, but it's Friday, so this is the band that was Jungfrau. They are now called Amagoe. I was there for their last show last year, August. So this is their first show almost a year later. But it's a Friday, and I don't think I could take another day off. But Little Lilith is playing with them, which is really cool. So, but yeah, you should check them out. They have their song. Yeah. They put out a music video for it. What was it called? Character. Yeah, the song is called Character. You guys can check it out. It's a bit of a different sound from what they had previously. No, Atarashi Gakko, Zero Fest. Well, I have their flyer. And then, let's see, anything else really worth talking about here? No, I think that's okay. Yeah. There are other shows. I mean, there's always tons of shows, right? But we'll leave it at that. Okay, so having said that, guys, any questions? About to wrap up, but yeah, so that was my weekend. That was my Friday and my Saturday. Last night was just really like, it's really weird to say wet dream. And it's not like any of us have had those for like 50 or 60 years, right? But just, I mean, any Mellows shirts. I mean, they do have shirts, but I don't know if there's anything new. I think it's really the same thing. Bridear had some new stuff out. They had a new shirt out. Mellows, I didn't notice anything, but then I'm not buying anything just because I don't need to spend any money that I shouldn't. Hey, thanks so much, Dave. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna head out too. So, all right, guys, David's heading out, so we're all gonna head out. You know, it's kind of like that one guy who's leaving after we've all had dinner. So we're just gonna go. Thanks, Dave. Any 2020s? No, I don't have any 2026 Batman predictions. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I do have a few shows lined up to go to see them, but yeah, there are a couple of Aldius shows that I bought for somebody else. He offered to pay for my ticket to see Aldius, which I would love to do because Aldius was one of the early bands that I really loved, especially with Reno, because she's back with them for their final shows. But it's a Wednesday, and so and it's in August. I don't know. It's a maybe, but I'm not sure if I should. God, if I just didn't work, it would be easy. Yeah, Suho's good. He's really good. Yeah, I'll tell you right now though, Chris, you're gonna miss a lot of good shows while you're away. But the same can be said anytime you leave and anytime you come back. That is true. Bandmate has not made any mention about their EP. So that being the case, and this is what, mid-June, it's supposed to be a summer release if I remember. So I'm gonna say September. I'll say September. At the latest, I mean October. If they push it back, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do with the EP. Mm. And usually their MO was just non-stop recording. Like they would always just be recording. So Bandmate in July. Okay, we'll close with this. We'll look up some stuff together. So let's see here. Bandomaid. Oh yeah, we did talk about. Did I talk about it with you guys? Maybe not, but it's okay if I didn't. With Miku going to the States, going to LA for the Anime Expo, and that is, when is it? July 3rd to the 6th. She'll be there July 5th. She'll be there July 5th for that. All right, let's take a look here. So right now they've got a bit of a break. And then their next shows are June 20th and 21st in Osaka at Gorilla Hall. I won't be at those. June 28th at Miyagi, and then that's the end of their first round. Then starting July 12th, they'll be back here. That's a show that I'll be going to next month. Oh, wait a second. July 12th. That's at a more fest. Okay. So I won't be able to go to too many shows. But yeah, Bandmate July 12th, Toyosu Pit. And Hokkaido, Kumamoto, Fukuoka, and then Aichi. Then the final round, October 24th, November 1st, December 7th, Osaka, Kanagawa, Tokyo. So I did mention previously, August, September. So there's 2.5 months, September, October. Yeah, 2.5 months where they're not doing any shows. So in those 2.5 months, I would imagine they're gonna wrap up their EP and then like deliver it. So yeah, get ready to spend more money. Okay, guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. John Reeves did message me, or he replied on X that he'll be back here pretty soon. So we may do another video. Who knows if we have time. But yeah, that was my weekend. Great time. Very happy. Very tired. I do need sleep. My body wants it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, tonight. You guys, please enjoy your Saturday, your weekend. Take care of your health. Take care of your friends and your family and your dogs and your cats and your hamsters and your crocodiles and your chihuahuas and your monkeys and whatever you have. Please take care of it. Thank you guys. I'm sure I will see some of you here back in Japan. And yeah, I will provide more information that will make you jealous. Thanks, guys. I'll see you again next time. Thank you again so much. Really appreciate it. Bye.